And now, live from the studios of WHUC, this is Real Talk, where we get you something to talk about.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk. I'm your host, Evan Stewart. Learning how to cook isn't easy, but this one teacher makes cooking look like a breeze. Join me in welcoming Ms. Lashante Cox, the culinary instructor here on the Hinds Utica campus. First things first, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well today.
That's good, that's good. Can you give us a little bit of an introduction about who you are and your program and stuff?
Well, I am Chef Lashante Cox. Most people know me as Chef Po. I have been doing cooking, seems like my whole entire life, but I've been doing it professionally for the last 11 years. I am Mississippian. I was born and raised in Mississippi in the Mississippi Delta, but I grew up in Jackson, and food has always just been a part of my entire life, so it was always something that I was passionate about.
And I heard you kind of got a nickname, Chef Po. Where did you get that from?
Well, one of my friends gave me that name. I used to be in the poetic streets, like I say. I used to write a lot of poetry, so it was poetic, so they shortened it and made it Po.
Okay. What made you want to become a culinary instructor?
Well, with me cooking and stuff, I always wanted to educate the next generation. I don't feel like I'm gonna be 85 years old still over the stove cooking. I want to train up the next generation so they can really know what's going on in the culinary world, and plus also give them something that I didn't have growing up.
Right. So can you kind of give a little bit more about like the background of where you came from as well too?
Well, as I stated, Mississippi Delta, I'm from a small town called Shaw. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Shaw. It's up there by Cleveland, where Delta State is. I always was in the kitchen with my grandmother, great-grandmother. They always showed me how to cook and stuff. My mom is a really excellent cook, so it's kind of where I got all my culinary stuff from.
I may need to give me a plate. What are some challenges you had to face to get into the position that you are in today, and how did those challenges mold your future into becoming a future culinary instructor?
Okay, well, I was always in education, but not in the culinary realm. I did it professionally, but not on the education side. So it took some training and certifications and just to get to. They want to know what you can do, but they also want to see it on paper. So getting those certifications, those trainings to become the culinary instructor has always been my dream, to mesh education and food together.
So it's always kind of been a part of the plan all along so far.
Yes, when I started my company, I knew that at some point that I was going to be a culinary instructor.
Okay. What are some responsibilities that you have to face as the culinary instructor on the Utica campus?
Well, making sure that they are a community. Community is really big, and especially in the culinary world, like some of the opportunities and stuff I have because of my culinary community. So working as a team and making sure they know that being together is important.
Okay, how do you feel like you, as the instructor, really impact the students here on the Utica campus as well?
Well, I impact them by just being there for them, whatever they need, and meeting them where they are. Just if they need something, they come to me and ask me any kind of questions. I'm always willing to listen and help them and guide them whatever they need.
Okay. How do you approach teaching a new recipe or technique to your students?
Well, if it's something that I'm not familiar with, I will study it beforehand so I can at least be familiar with the recipe. And then sometimes we're learning together. So I don't know everything. I'm not perfect. So we're learning recipes and different techniques together.
Okay. We have had an amazing time so far talking to Chef Po. We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, more about culinary and the expectations for the upcoming year. We'll be right back after this break.
Real Talk will be right back after this. Now, Real Talk continues.
Welcome back, everyone. I am your host, Evan Stewart. For those who are just joining us, we have Chef Poe, culinary instructor here on the Hinds Utica campus. We've had an amazing time talking to you so far, Chef Poe. What are some learning objectives for this class, and what can students expect to learn from this culinary class?
Well, some learning objectives is making sure that you are following the recipe, that you are doing the things that is required of you, and also being professional and taking in community and teamwork, and letting them know that they're not by themselves, that they have to work as a team to execute any kind of recipe, dish, or whatever we're doing. That's one of my biggest goals and objectives.
Okay. It's only week 2 of classes, and there's already been a lot of talk about the lovely smells that come from the classroom. How do you evaluate student performance and provide feedback for the students?
Well, it goes about if you executed what was told to you. Like, you can't just go and do your own thing. I know that's what most people that cook or students are used to, but you still have to stick to the script and know that, if I say that I want steak and potatoes, just cook steak and potatoes.
So, like, how do the students come together in the classroom and work together? They're like team building projects that the students participate in and stuff?
If it's a full recipe that's gonna take a lot, then I let them be teamwork so they can execute the recipe. But if it's something like knife skills or chopping, that's something they have to do on their own.
Okay. How do you stay up to date with the new culinary trends and techniques?
Well, I just keep my ears and eyes to social media, anything that's going on with the food world. Then I have a culinary team that I look up to, and mentors that let me know what's going on in the culinary world.
Okay. How do you handle a student who may be struggling and not meeting the expectations of your class?
Well, I just take them and try to pull them to the side and talk to them and let them know that I'm here if they need some kind of assistance or support, but try to keep them and gear them to the right track.
Okay. Lastly, I know this is a crazy question, but what dish or dishes are your favorite to cook?
Well, actually, I cook so many different types of dishes, so I really can't just pick one, but I can give you a few of my fan favorites, which I call them. Most people love my macaroni and cheese, my New Orleans style gumbo. A lot of people order that, and also I feel like I can make the best fried chicken.
I was gonna say, you do catfish too?
And fish is one of my top too as well.
I would like to thank Chef Poe for taking time out of her busy day and informing us on how her experience as a culinary instructor is going and the path of the future culinary students. Thank you for tuning in with us at home. Remember to like us on Facebook at Radio and Television Production and subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up to date on all stories surrounding Hinds. You're watching Real Talk. Until next time.